competitive drill work. Hopefully you have quarterbacks that can compete with each other. Carson Palmer and I used to want to tear each other's head off every day in practice. We couldn't wait for special teams to show up because it was fade throw time. And it was time to get, and we didn't have the fancy nets they have now. This is back in early 2000s. And we used to have to put a trash can on the ground with a trash can inside of it angled like this. And every time a ball went in, somebody had to go set that trash can back up. And we had a point system for it and all that stuff. But you want to make drills that are competitive for your quarterbacks. Ronnie, why don't you go to that video and you can just run that from there and I'll just talk about it. These are just quick drills. The first thing is a long toss drill. This is our long toss drill. We start 10 yards apart. Your feet are square. Go ahead and run it, Ronnie. Feet are square. You're going to take 3 throws. You want to get back onto your heels. You want to make 3 throws. Okay? Just like that. Okay, go ahead, Ronnie. Just keep fast forwarding. Okay? You go 10 yards, 20 yards, 3 throws, 30 yards, 3 throws, and you want to stay stationary as long as you can. We tell them we don't care. This is really for your arm strength. We tell them we don't care if you have to throw it like this and you're like coming out of it like that and you fall off balance at the end, that's fine. Okay, but then you throw to those 3 throws until you can't make it, which is usually around 40 yards or 50 yards for your quarterback. Then you get to step into it. Again, we try to teach this right here. If you see, we're trying to get ankle eye in line, get into this leg. Everything comes from the ground. Everything comes from the ground. So many of them want to get all extended, and they start doing this when they have to throw deep, and they get just wide, and we tell them, stay tight, stay tight, stay tight, stay tightly wound, and bring your energy from your instep off the ground as you throw, and then let all your energy go at the top of your throw. And so again, as a sophomore, he was about 42 yards. As a junior, he got up to about 47 yards, okay? As a senior last year, he was up to about 52, 53 yards, but he weighed 185 pounds. Right now, as a freshman in college, he's 215 pounds. He just bloomed late. So now he's finally got the legs to match what is going on in his head and what his arm would do. And so now he threw that ball just at the end of that drill, he threw it about 62 yards. Again, the quarterbacks love competing in that. And it's a good drill for them to do. The thing I would encourage you is make sure that they keep hearing you to say, stay tight, stay tight, stay tight, stay compact. Keep the left side tight. This is another drill we like to do, which we call it 21. You can call it whatever you want. We call it 21. Again, Carson Palmer and myself, we would do this thing. It's 2 points if you hit him in the face. It's 1 point if you hit him from the Adam's apple to the navel. It's 1 point. That's why we call it 21. And you play to 10. And it's just competitive over and over. 15 yards apart. The guy here has to stand still and catch the ball. They'll try to cheat. They'll do like this. Oh, no, you didn't score. Okay? It's good if you try to compete with them first. Because if they beat coach, they feel really good. I'll never forget the first day he beat me when he was a junior. And he beat me. He didn't play me for about 2 months after that. He kept that win. So 21, the long toss drill. Again, fade throws. We like to do the fade throws from the 5-yard line, 10-yard line, 15-yard line, 20-yard line, going into the goal line. They get 5 throws from each of those spots. And you can score it however you want to. We say 5 for going in the net, 3 for hitting the standard around the net, and 1 point if you hit anywhere on that standard. Okay? But we make it game-like situations. And then the last thing, I didn't put it on here because it's hard to film, is you stand about 8 yards, about 2 yards in the end zone, and the other guy's 8 yards behind the back of the end zone on opposite sides of the goalpost. And you're throwing through the goalpost, okay? But every time you throw through the goalpost, you scoot in a yard. You scoot in a yard. And then you end up being about a yard and a half is about as tight as you can get, still making through those goalposts. But they love trying to do that. But we're just trying to increase competitiveness, which increases when they win and increase their confidence. And hopefully when they lose, it increases their desire to want to get better at it. So those are the 4 things that we do.